Hello friends, how are you all? This is Lakshman. You are watching Learn Programming by Lucky Sir YouTube channel. I hope you are enjoying my videos. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive latest technology videos. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also click on bell icon. So in this video, I am going to share the most frequently asked Java entry questions for freshers and experienced persons who are having testing engineer profile. So let us see what are those one by one. The first question is, what is local variable and instance variable in Java? Local variable is a variable which we declare inside a method. A method will often store its temporary state in local variable. Then what is instance variable? Instance variable is a variable which is declared inside a class but outside a method. We don't declare this variable as static because these variables are non-static variables. The next question is, what is constructor? Constructor is a method to initialize objects, that means to create objects that is an instance of class. There are some rules for constructors. Constructor name should be same as class name. It does not return any value, even void. If there is no constructor in a class, then compiler automatically create default constructor. The next question is, what is inheritance? Inheritance means one class can extend to another class. That means where one class can inherit the properties of another class. Then what is polymorphism? Polymorphism means many forms. A single object can refer superclass and subclass depending on the reference type, which is called polymorphism. The next question is, what is method overloading? A class have multiple method with same name but different parameters is called method overloading. There are three ways to overload a method: parameters with different data types, parameter with different sequence of data types, different number of parameters. The next question is, what is method overriding? Declaring a method in child class which is already present in the parent class is called method overriding. In simple words, overriding means to override the functionality of an existing method. In this case, if we call the method with a child class object, then the child class method is called. To call a parent class method, we have to use super keyword. Then what is interface? An interface in Java looks similar to a class, but both the interface and class are two different concepts. An interface can have methods and variables just like the class, but the methods declared in interface are by default abstract. We can achieve 100% abstraction and multiple inheritance in Java with the interface concept only. The next question is, what is abstract class? We can easily identify whether a class is abstract class or not. A class which contains abstract keyword in its declaration, then it is called abstract class. Abstract class may or may not have abstract methods. If a class is declared abstract, then it cannot be instantiated. If a class has abstract method, then we have to declare the class an abstract class. When an abstract class is subclass, the subclass usually provides implementation for all the abstract methods in its parent class. However, if it does not, then the subclass must also be declared as abstract class. The next question is, what are the difference between string buffer and string builder? String class is an immutable class, whereas string buffer and string builder classes are mutable. That means we can change the string buffer and string builder classes values. But string class is a immutable. That means we cannot change the value of the string class. String buffer is synchronized. That means thread safe. It means two threads cannot call the method of string buffer simultaneously, whereas string builder is non-synchronized. That means it is not a thread safe. It means two threads can call the methods of string builder simultaneously. The next question is, what the difference between abstract and interface? To declare abstract class, we have to use abstract keyword, whereas to declare interface, we have to use interface keyword. In an abstract class, keyword abstract is mandatory to declare a method an abstract, whereas in an interface keyword, abstract is optional to declare a method as an abstract, because compiler treats all the methods as abstract by default in interface concept. An abstract class can contain both abstract methods and concrete methods, but an interface can have only abstract methods. An abstract class can have public and protected abstract methods, whereas an interface can have only public abstract methods. An abstract class can have static final or static final variable with any access modifier, whereas an interface can have only public static final variables. The next question is, what is an exception? Exception is a problem that can occur during the normal flow of an execution. A method can throw an exception when something waits at runtime. If that exception could not be handled, then the execution gets terminated before it's complete the task. If we handle the exception, then the normal flow gets continued. Exceptions are a subclass of java.lang.exception. Then what are the different ways to handle exception? There are two different ways to handle exceptions. The first one is using try and catch block. A risky code is surrounded by try block. If an exception occurs, then it is caught by the catch block, which is followed by the try block. The second way to handle exception is by using, that means by declaring throws keyword. At the end of the method, we can declare the exception using throws keyword. Then what are the advantages of exception handling? There are different advantages of exception handling. The first one is the normal flow of execution will not be terminated if exception get handled. The second one is we can identify the problem by using catch declaration. The next question is, what is synchronization? Synchronization makes only one thread to access a block of code at a time. If multiple threads access the block of code, then there is a chance for inaccurate results at the end. To avoid this issue, we can provide synchronization for the sensitive block of code. The synchronized keyword means that a thread needs a key in order to access the synchronized code. The last question is, what are the different access specifiers available in Java? Access modifiers are subdivided into four types, such as public, private, protected, and default. What is public access specifier? The scope of public access modifier is everywhere. It has no restrictions. Data members, methods, and classes that declared public can be accessed from anywhere. Then what is private? The scope of private access modifier is only within the classes. That means we can access the class members within the class only. The next one is protected. The scope of protected access modifier is within the package and also outside the package through inheritance only. The last one is default. The scope of default access modifier is limited to the package only. If you don't mention any access modifier, then it acts like a default constructor, default access modifier. So these are the some frequently asked Java entry questions for testing engineers for experienced or freshers candidates. So thank you for visit. Have a nice day.